Animal jokes. A guy was walking along the street when he saw a crowd of people running towards him. He stopped one of the runners and asked, "Wait a Euro trademark S happening?" The runner replied breathlessly, "A lion has escaped from the zoo." "Oh my, which way is it heading?" "Well, you don't a Euro trademark T think we are chasing it, do you?" Dirty jokes. Undertaker to bereaved husband. "When did you first notice your wife was dead?" "Well," he replies, "the S*X was the same, but the dishes were starting to pile up." Dirty jokes. Bloke in hospital with 60% burns, doctor says, "Give him 2 Viagra." Nurse asks, "Do you think that will help?" Doctor replies, "No, but it will keep the sheets off his legs." Alcohol jokes. A guy was meeting a friend in a bar, and as he walked in he noticed 2 pretty girls looking at him. He heard one girl say to the other, "9." Feeling pleased with himself, he swaggered over to his buddy at the bar and told him that the girl in the corner had just rated him a 9 out of 10. "Sorry to spoil your evening," said his friend, "but when I walked in they were speaking German." Black humor jokes. 3 dead bodies turn up at the mortuary, all with very big smiles on their faces. The coroner calls the police to tell them what has happened. First body. Frenchman, 60, died of heart failure while making love to his mistress. Hence the enormous smile, Inspector, says the coroner. Second body, Scotsman, 25. Won £1,000 on the lottery, spent it all on whiskey. Died of alcohol poisoning, hence the smile. The inspector asked, "What of the third body?" "Ah," says the coroner, "this is the most unusual one. Billy Bob the Redneck. From Oklahoma, 30, struck by lightning." "Why is he smiling then?" inquires the inspector. "Thought he was having his picture taken." Kids jokes. A little girl is in line to see Santa. When it's her turn, she climbs up on Santa's lap. Santa asks, "What would you like Santa to bring you for Christmas?" The little girl replies, "I want a Barbie and a G.I. Joe." Santa looks at the little girl for a moment and says, "I thought Barbie comes with Ken." "No," said the little girl. "She comes with G.I. Joe, she fakes it with Ken." Blonde jokes. There was a blonde who was sitting next to a lawyer on an airplane. The lawyer was naturally bored, so he kept bugging the blonde to play a game of intelligence with him. The blonde was reluctant, so the lawyer offered her 10 to 1 odds. He told her that every time she could not answer his question, she owed him $5, but every time he could not answer hers, he'd give her $50. The lawyer figured the blonde was so dumb, he could not lose, and the blonde thought for a few minutes and reluctantly accepted to play his game. The lawyer fires his first question: "What is the distance between the Earth and the nearest star?" Without saying a word, the blonde handed him $5. The blonde then asked the lawyer what goes up a hill with 3 legs and comes back down the hill with 4 legs. The lawyer's face looked extremely puzzled. He spent several hours looking up everything he could on his laptop and even placing numerous air-to-ground phone calls trying to figure out the answer. Finally, the angry and frustrated lawyer handed the blonde $50. The blonde put the $50 into her purse quickly without saying a word. The lawyer was outraged at this point and asked, "Well, what is answer?" The blonde glanced at him with a smirk on her face and handed him a $5 bill. Animal jokes. 2 neighbors are talking to each other. First neighbor, "Do you know that my dog is so smart, he waits for the newspaper to drop at the doorstep and then delivers it to me?" Second neighbor, Of course, I know that very well. First neighbor, really, well then, how? Second neighbor, my dog came and told me. Animal jokes. A man's dog dies one day, and the man is very upset. His dog did everything for him. Washed the dishes. Bought things from the shop. The man was so upset, he decided to go and buy a new pet. Once at the pet store, he asked the manager, "Do you have any pets that will do anything for me? My dog has just passed away. And I want something to replace him." The manager looks around. "We don't have much, I'm afraid. Just this centipede here." The man looks puzzled, but accepts the centipede anyway. Back home, the man tests the centipede out. "Go and bring me a beer from the fridge," he asks. The centipede got to work straight away. "Go and run a bath for me €1." The centipede did as asked once again. The man, before getting in the bath, asks the centipede, "Pop to the shop and buy me a newspaper please €1." The centipede does this. An hour later, the man comes out of the bath, to find the centipede sitting at the bottom of the stairs, and hadn't yet gone to the shop. "I thought I told you to go to the shop." The centipede replies, "Gimme a chance to get me shoes on." Retirement jokes. 3 ladies were discussing the travails of getting older. One said, "Sometimes I catch myself with a jar of mayonnaise in my hand, while standing in front of the refrigerator, and I can't remember whether I need to put it away, or start making a sandwich." The second lady chimed in with, "Yes, sometimes I find myself on the landing of the stairs and can't remember whether I was on my way up or on my way down." The third one responded, "Well, ladies, I'm glad I don't have that problem. Knock on wood," as she rapped her knuckles on the table, and then said, "That must be the door, I'll get it."